Hello everyone, it's Jessica from A Diamond and a Sticks YouTube channel. Today I'm going to be making a video this morning. Good morning. This video is going to be about the reasons why I made a YouTube channel. Please subscribe. Number one, I always wanted to make one, but I didn't know how to make one. And it was probably about, I think I made my channel back in October of 2024. And I don't know if I posted my first video then or if I waited until November because I was having trouble with the phone, getting the phone to post videos. And so there was like 20 some videos I had originally made, and I ended up having to delete them because I don't know, it just kept messing up on the phone, like it didn't have enough storage space or whatever, so I deleted like a bunch of videos. Most of my videos that I had that I deleted was mostly it was me reading the Bible because it's something that I would like to do, even if it's with you all or whatever. And I just haven't got around to it yet. But I was just reading off Bible scriptures in a lot of those videos, and then there was like a few food reviews on some of them. Like I had, it was around October, so I had did like a review of like a boo bucket or whatever from McDonald's, and kids meal or whatever. And then I had did like my daughter had went to a school dance, my youngest daughter, and so I had made this fall display out here on this table outside in the fall time, just using whatever I had around the yard. And I was showing you all the trees and stuff, what they look like and stuff in the fall. And it was very, very beautiful here last year in the fall. I wish that I didn't have to delete that video. Now I realize that I didn't have to. It's just that I should have been able to clean up the storage space on this person's phone that I use. But at the time, I didn't know how or nothing. And while I'm sitting out here talking to you guys and going over this, it is real dreary looking. It's real gray clouds. So we might have to move inside. It might rain. So the weather, I don't know what the weather is supposed to be, but the ground is kind of wet like. So we'll just have to wait and see. And I'm having strawberry milk. I'll get me a drink. I like most things strawberry, and so I'm having strawberry milk this morning. Anyways, also with that, that number one, I always wanted to make a YouTube channel. I had made like a Twitch account, and it's called December Dreams _TTV, but I've not messed with that Twitch account for gaming since last December, because I don't have my own stuff to play on or stream on, and where I have to use someone else's account, it pops up in their Steam name. So I do make videos about it where I do play their account. I'm just not allowed to stream on their account. So that's why I just kind of quit messing with it. And then too, even though I'm addicted to video games, and I admit it, that's one of my sins or whatever, but I just, in reality or whatever, or what I dream of when it comes to video gaming, and the reason why I made my Twitch account is pretty much the same reasons why I made my YouTube account, but obviously they're a little bit different because Twitch I mostly use for gaming. But and the reason why my Twitch account's called December Dreams is because my birthday's in December and I'm always dreaming. I've dreamed my whole life away. But anyways, I'm always dreaming. But anyways, I just, I intended when I made my Twitch account to just use it basically for the winter months or fall months, I used to play with someone that their birthday was in October, and we used to have a Discord called Pumpkin and Pine because where his birthday was in December, and I mean October, and mine's in December. So he was the pumpkin part and I was the pine. We was just friends. We just gamed together. But he hardly ever games anymore, and he doesn't play the same games that I do anymore. So I just closed that Discord out, and back about a year or so ago, and that Discord is also listed on someone else's account that I use on their Steam account and everything else. It's also really pretty much their Discord account. So it shows up as their Discord name too, just like it does on Steam. So right now, unfortunately, I'm kind of poor, or I am poor. I just don't like saying it like that because I have hopes to earn more money or have more income or whatever. But and I don't like speaking things or whatever. But anyways, I had the Discord was just getting too overwhelming for me because there was like all kinds of people that I didn't know of that was added to that Discord, and I just feel like Discord is something more one-on-one. It's more personal, like you should know the people that's in a Discord because you're going to be speaking to them with your voice, and they have access to a lot more personal information in Discords. So that's why I ended up closing that one down. So, but anyways, I had intended on really just using and kind of breaking my addiction to video gaming. In the end, I would like to just use my Twitch account whenever I get a computer and stuff to game with, just for the month of December, like my birthday month. Or unless if I do have another friend or meet another friend that has the birthday in October again, I wouldn't mind like playing video games in the colder months again and using that same name again, Pumpkin and Pine or something, you know, to have as a Discord or whatever for gaming. But anyways, once I had figured out how someone told me how to do it, how to make my own Twitch account, and I had it for about a year. And like I said, I just quit messing with it, so there's not that many people on it or nothing, or who follow me or whatever on Twitch. But because I never was really able to use it. But anyways, I didn't even know the basics on how to make like an email address or a Gmail address or nothing. And so and I had to beg that person forever just to have my own email address or to have my own Twitch account, to have my own anything. So I had to beg that person forever for them to tell me how and stuff. So once they finally told me that basically you make up another Gmail address to have a YouTube account, that's whenever I made my YouTube account. And then plus, it so happened to be around the time that all that got to be national news around here in the county that I live in, with Mickey Steins and the judge that got pooped up alive by him. And so I figured, it would be an especially good time, even though I've never really got to do like any kind of stories or nothing about them or my opinions on what happened or whatever. But I figured it would be like a good timing to make my account on YouTube and stuff. And then too, I was hearing rumors about the whole TikTok stuff being taken down, or it might get took down or whatever because of the presidency elections. And that's another reason I thought it might be a good timing to make my account. And also because I didn't know, like, I had wished in all reality that I could go back in time, which none of us can. And I wish that I had made my stuff sooner, like 10 years ago when it first came out. Because obviously, if any of us had made it like 10 years ago, no matter what, we probably would have been doing pretty good right now. Just like the other big time YouTubers or social media people that earn money from it. But, so anyways, once I figured out how to make my Gmail account, I made a separate Gmail account for my YouTube account. And like I said, I always did kind of want to make a YouTube channel. I just didn't know how. I really didn't know how. And I just always did want to make one for different reasons and stuff. So it's just the point whenever I finally figured out how to make one, that's whenever I made one. And then all them other things kind of added up. And then too, last year, whenever I did make my account back in 2024, there was all kinds of YouTube videos going around talking about how right now is a good time for small time YouTubers, which I still haven't seen the side effects or whatever you want to call it from that. But they said it was a good time. Like all the videos from other bigger YouTubers was saying it was a good time for the algorithm or something for people to make YouTube channels, like the smaller YouTube channels, and plus people around my age to make YouTube channels, like people in their 40s, and I'm 43 now. So anyways, according to those YouTube videos, they was saying it was a good time for people like that in the age range to make YouTube videos. I gotta get me another drink of milk. Sorry. But I was always interested in making YouTube or whatever, a YouTube channel. So anyways, it was just figuring out how. Okay, so number 2, obviously anybody would be lying unless if they're already filthy rich from YouTube or something else. But if they didn't say this was a reason. But obviously I need to make one for money, and I want to make one for money to be able to live a good life and not just survive. Cause right now pretty much all me and my family are doing are existing. We're in survival mode and we've been here for decades. So it's not a good feeling. Obviously, anybody, if you've experienced both, and you'd be lying if you didn't say that, but in my opinion, obviously it's my opinion because it's my YouTube channel, but obviously anyone would rather be rich money-wise in life is to being poor and having to suffer and go without and not being able to feel like you accomplished anything, especially if you have children or people to take care of. You know, you feel like a piece of crap. So that's obviously a reason why I made my YouTube channel. Number 3, to be able to speak better and more clear, because I've always kind of had a problem with my speech, and I've always kind of had like a lisp or whatever whenever I talk. And so I'm trying to speak more clear purposely so you all can understand me, hopefully. And I'm trying to be slower about when I'm recording with my words and stuff, so y'all do hopefully understand me and my speech and everything is more clear. So that's number 3. Number 4, to be more self-confident, to help my self-esteem. I've always, all my life, I've had self-esteem issues. Even though I'm 43 years old, I do have problems with that. But, you know, every year I'm alive and I get older or whatever, obviously the less I care about certain things. But just in general, I made it to help my self-esteem. Okay. Number 5, to make online friends and to relate to people. And I think that's kind of self-explanatory, so obviously I wanted to like social network with people, on my channel and stuff. I feel like my channel's more for the misfits in life, the black sheeps in life, the weirdos in life, the kooky people in life. People like me, obviously, is what my channel's for. People who might be called crazy in life, or people who are like maybe are not so normal in life, or people with disabilities, or the outcasts, the weirdos. I don't know, just those are more my type of people, you know. So that's what my channel's for, is for people like that. And just the more empath type people. And so let's move on to number 6, because I don't know how much battery time I have left on this phone. It don't look like there's very much. And these papers are getting kind of damp, like it feels like it's going to start raining. So I'm sorry, let's speed it up a little bit. Number 6, to be more independent, to be able to have my own things and own my own things, such as a nice camera, phone, computer, home, SUV, because I live in Eastern Kentucky and I don't plan on moving out of the state of Kentucky or out of Eastern Kentucky. So if you live around here, you have to have an SUV, or you need one. So anyways, in the skincare items, and a 12-day wardrobe, a new one, to not have to depend on the government for my money. And I'm sorry if I can't spell. I'm not a very good speller, so sorry about that, y'all. But that's kind of self-explanatory too. So, yeah, we'll just move on. Because, like I said, my battery on this phone is going to die. Number 7, to be able to go out to eat at nice places with my 2 daughters, to be able to provide for my 2 daughters, to be able to take my 2 daughters on vacations and trips with me, to be able to buy nice, healthy, good groceries for my daughters and I to eat and cook. And that's pretty much self-explanatory. And let's move on to number 8, because it's getting wet. Like I said, you can see it on the papers. To make my daughters proud of me. And that's self-explanatory too. Number 9. I'm sorry I'm having to speed this video up, you guys, but I think it's going to rain on me. Number 9, to make my daughters realize if their mom can do it, they are more than capable of doing stuff too. And that goes along with just them being independent too, and willing to work and wanting to work. And realizing, they don't need anyone, whether it's a man. And I'm not trying to be all left-wing or liberal and stuff when I'm saying this. I mean just in general. A person should be able to feel independent and be independent to do things, and realize that they don't have to be controlled or have to be controlled by another human being, whether it's a male or a female, whether it's a parent, guardian, or a relative, or whoever, a friend or whoever. They shouldn't be controlled like that. So I would like for my daughters to realize their self-worth, in other words, and realize, hey, they're more than capable and they are able to do this stuff. Number 10, let's move on because it's starting to sprinkle on me. Number 10, to be able to move and buy a place of my own to call home. That's a big word. It's not just a house like my house is here, the way I feel, or even worse so, the way I feel it's a jail or even hell on earth for me. So I want to be able to move and buy a place that I call my home, where I feel at ease, at peace, and have freedom, and I don't feel controlled. I don't feel paranoid and watched. I don't feel like I'm being judged every second of my life that I take. I don't feel like I have someone over top of me and being abusive any kind of shape or form. So that's definitely a go. Number 11, let's move on because it's starting to sprinkle down on me and I'm getting wet, so let's go. Number 11, to be my own boss besides YouTube being my boss, of course, and y'all know what that means, so it's kind of self-explanatory, you know. Number 12, the pages are kind of getting smeared. To not give up and to have something to dream about. Because I think that's the key with anything in life, me personally, my opinion or whatever. But as soon as you like get depressed so much, and trust me, I've been depressed all my life. And I've had different forms of depression all my life. And nothing's never helped my depression and stuff. I think a lot, in my opinion, from my own soul speaking, I think a lot of it has to do with your environment. And if you just can't get out of your environment, that's kind of the whole point to all these goals, or the reasons why I made my YouTube, just like I did on my other video of my goals and intentions. If you're constantly surrounded by something, you just kind of give up. And, you know, you don't need to do that. No matter how bad it gets. And I've been through a whole lot in my life. With sicknesses and diseases or whatever, but and disabilities or whatever, but I've tried to always survive. So I know I'm a resilient person or whatever, but you just never want to give up, no matter how bad it is. And I have had times and experiences I won't get into in this video of thinking about and even trying to unalive myself. But no matter what you are as a person or whatever, no matter what your day is like, any day you're alive above the ground is a good day. And no matter if it is a bad day, it's still a good day that you're alive. And also, nothing in this world is worth unaliving yourself over. And nobody is worth unaliving yourself over. No circumstances is worth unaliving yourself over. And just never give up no matter what. Hopefully just keep praying. Praying's the best thing you can do while you're alive. Because obviously you can't do it while you're dead. And others people's prayers, if they pray for you while you're dead, they ain't gonna be nothing for you or nothing for your soul. So anyways, the best thing to do is just, even if you ain't got nothing to hope for or whatever, just try your best to find something, or just talk to the Creator and just pray, talking to Him, praying to Him, and just talk to Him. There's no better listener, and you don't have to worry about that listener spreading anything you have to say or repeating anything you have to say to anyone else, because he's not going to do that. And what's between you and him is between you and him. And so just never give up on dreaming even if you have to start anew and find new dreams or whatever, just try to find something to look forward to, even if it's just something itty bitty, something little basic or whatever. Just like there's been some days like where I don't even want to get out of the bed, and that's okay if you don't. If you take some days where you don't get out of the bed, just don't stay in the bed. If you're able and capable of it, make it where yourself will get out of the bed eventually. That's a step forward. Any of those little steps like that, even if they're baby steps, is a good thing. So, anyways, I probably left off some stuff, but that's basically why I made my YouTube channel. And I just also, something I didn't write down was also because it does make me feel good, and people can call it narcissism or whatever. I think we're all a little bit narcissism. We're just on different levels. Some of us are on higher levels than other, but obviously, and I guess it kind of goes with self-esteem too. But also, whenever you make your YouTube channel, your group of people will eventually, even though mine's taken a long time, it seems like longer than what I thought it would, or wanted it to, or whatever. But your group of people will eventually come to you, because there's different genres for each human being on this world. So, and yeah, there's all kinds of YouTube channels. And then another thing I forgot to mention too on my list, but also is just the AI thing. We hear every day that we're alive, especially the past couple years now. I know for myself, you hear more and more about AI taking over and people losing their jobs because of AI or this, that, and the other. And I just feel like, honestly, this is, even though there's going to be a whole lot more people trying to make YouTube channels, and that's just how it's going to be with any social media. Obviously, more people, if they're able to work for themselves pretty much, or not have to work, so to speak. I'm not saying it's not a real job, but not having to work like a real job. I'm just saying it like that. I don't mean it like that though, so don't take me wrong. But like having to work like I don't know, any other job, slaving yourself, or I shouldn't use that word, sorry YouTube, but working your butt off for like someone else's company or another CEO or whatever. If you have the opportunity of being your own entrepreneur or your own CEO, why not? And then too, another reason I forgot to write down, but why not give it a try? Why not give YouTube a try? I mean, what does it hurt? Even if you're not losing nothing, even if you don't make it like big time or whatever. But why not give it a try? Just the same thing I feel like with Twitch. Like a person like me, if you're going to be playing video games all the time, why not give Twitch a chance or whatever? I mean, you're going to be putting that energy and your time in anyways, playing those video games. So why not take a chance on making a Twitch account or whatever? I don't see why not. But and then too, like I was saying about people losing their jobs and stuff, I just think that this is the way of the future. This is the time period we're living in. And I think that you're going to have to do something, whether it's looking for a job all the time if you're able to work, or if it's like if it's just working for YouTube or whatever. And into AI will take over a lot of jobs. I mean, that's the time period we're living in and stuff. So, and then another thing I forgot to write down here on this list, I'm sorry, is the financial part of YouTube. Obviously, I'm not monetized, and I'm nowhere near being monetized. I hope I'm able, obviously, everybody hopes that if you have a YouTube channel and you're small, just starting out, but I obviously hope, just like anyone else would, I hope that I get monetized within this year. Because there is some things I don't really agree with, or I wish that YouTube would change. But obviously I don't have no control over. But one of those things is the monetization. I feel like that's a whole lot either way. You have to have 1,000 subscribers, and it seems like for some reason I'm having a harder time than I thought I would originally to get subscribers and stuff. And I don't know, maybe that's just me being narcissist or whatever, but I thought this social media stuff would be a whole lot easier than what it is so far. But I'm still going to stick with it no matter what. And that's another thing I got to say too. I didn't write down why I have it on my mind. That's just how I work. But anyways, is when it comes to my YouTube channel and when it comes to my YouTube videos, no matter what, I don't care what anyone says in this world other than YouTube. I am not, no matter what. I repeat, I am not, no matter what, going to take down none of my videos unless if YouTube makes me take my channel or my YouTube's videos down. So no matter what, I am not going to take them down no matter what. And I'm not repeating myself no more in anything in life. I'm sick and tired of repeating myself in life. So whatever, take that as it is. But anyways, in general, I just mean it. I don't want to repeat myself in life. I'm sick and tired of people making me repeat myself in life, period. So that's another reason, or another thing I got to say about my YouTube channel or whatever. And then another thing is I forgot where I was going for a second there, guys. Sorry. Sometimes I got a bad memory and stuff. It's gotten worse ever since I had seizures and cancer and stuff. But let's see, where was I going with this? Sorry guys, I might take a second to remember. I'm so sorry. I get frustrated like that and then I lose my track of thought. I'll let y'all listen to the nature while I sit and try to remember what I was trying to say to finish this off. YouTube's watch hours. I feel like YouTube, in my opinion, no, YouTube's all I have that I use. I use someone else's Facebook account right now. I don't have my own, but as far as like using anything or anything like that, I use YouTube. I don't have like TikTok because obviously I don't have my own cell phone and I'm using someone else's accounts on stuff. And then I don't have any other social medias besides that Twitch account, like I said I had. But I'm not using that Twitch account right now until I get my own computer and stuff and Steam account. But I feel like YouTube so far is like harder to get, in my case anyways, to get established or get up and going with it than what Twitch is, even though my account on Twitch ain't that big either. But I still feel like it's easier for a person to have like a Twitch account and start making like money and stuff off from it than what it is on YouTube. And another thing I wish that, obviously I can't change, I'm not in charge of nothing, it's just my opinion, but I wish YouTube would change is the all the stuff with the music. I think that they should be easier about videos when it comes to like copyright and stuff, when it comes to music videos and stuff. And another thing is the watch hours. That's just extremely hard to get 4,000 watch hours on your regular videos in. And then also, if you don't get that in, 90,000 on your short form videos, watch hours. That's a lot. And if you don't get it in within that year, you have to restart that over, and I don't think that's right. I don't think that they should do that. It makes it too difficult in a way to do that. But no matter what, I'm not going to give up. So this is what it's going to be for the rest of my life. As long as I'm alive, I'm going to be doing YouTube. And so, like I said, unless if YouTube themselves makes me take my channel and videos down. Otherwise, this is what I work for YouTube now, even though I'm not getting paid. And YouTube's making money though, but I'm not. Obviously, YouTube makes money off of everybody.